the other little roosters out there that's trying to crow, which times him out real quick.
Billiam here is very sleepy. We've done a couple shotguns. How you feeling on a scale of awakeness from 1 to 10?
2.
So we're gonna shotgun a beer and see the effects on him and see if he's more awake. Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Really? You feel more awake?
I feel wet.
You can take a selfie with that thing?
No.
I know she has
Past
to
year.
much, yeah.
I'm gonna just take her job. Just sit upstairs, you know what I'm saying? Train your people. Yeah.
Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep yourself only unto her, so long as you both shall live? Amen. Robert, you may kiss your wife.
Pretty much woke up with no motivation. And it's a Saturday. It's another one of them weekends, you know, home alone. My brother Jacob just got back from China on like Wednesday or so. We hung out with them last night. So far, I haven't been put in a situation where I crave alcohol as much as last night, because any other time it sucks because I want a cold beer, but other than that, it's fine. But I haven't been in a bar situation until last night. I mean, you go to a bar, you drink. There aren't other people that aren't drinking. I sound like an alcoholic. I'm not. I really enjoyed having alcohol. Now Bill's at work today. He doesn't get off until 8 tonight. I made some sugar cookie dough that's in the refrigerator. It's almost time to get it back out. I just am gonna bake some cookies to pass the time. I just took the cookie dough out of the fridge because it was time to put the cookies in the oven. And so I'm like, okay, better check and make sure there's nothing in the oven. I didn't realize, oh my god, I can't even be in here. I didn't realize that we hadn't used the oven in so long that something was left in there, which I thought had been cleaned out, and it wasn't. I had made some mashed potatoes one night, and we had never put them away, so they sat in the pan all night, and we were going to clean it out, and apparently never did. And they've literally been in that oven. I don't even want to imagine how long they've been in. I think they've been in there for like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks. More than that, like over 2 weeks. The smell, my nose is sensitive anyway right now. I almost threw up so many times trying to get that out of there. And now I can't put my cookies in that oven because it smells horrible. So, oh God, it smells so horrible in here. I got the pan soaking. I literally can't breathe in here. I'm gonna leave the oven open. Hopefully the cats don't learn how to turn the oven on while I'm gone, because I'm gonna run to the store just to get out of here for a while that airs out, and pick up more stuff to bake more cookies with, and possibly like make some lemon bars or something like that. Talk to you in a bit. So here's my sugar cookies I'm making, and next I want to make some lemon bars. I've never tried making lemon bars before, so we'll see how that goes, but they're my favorite. So earlier when I went into town, Bill had just gone on lunch, so I went ahead and sat with him during his lunch, but I got to see him, so that was nice. And now I'm just baking cookies to pass the time. I hate being by myself. It's another day. It's Sunday. Bill's off at 4 today. I haven't done anything. I napped for like 2 hours this morning, and then my back started to hurt really bad, and I'm like, great, I'm not going to be able to move without hurting my back more. Some updates of the day. I've done laundry. I put a big basket of laundry away that had been sitting there for a few days, so that's good. I have towels in the washing machine right now to take outside and hang up. Nothing else has been done though. And we're still battling ants. Still have ants everywhere. Every time I put poison out, they'll go to it for like the first day, and then after that they'll leave it alone. So I think they're like getting used to the poison, so now it's not working on them. I don't know. Another big problem we're having is earwigs, and not to mention spiders. It's so hot, it's like they're breeding like crazy because it's so hot outside, and I guess they want to be in here in the cool. I don't know. It's not good. Earwigs scare me almost as much as spiders do. We've had more earwigs this year than I have ever seen us have, ever, since I've lived here. So, don't mind the sweat and all that, because I just got home from work, just got home from work. Something really strange happened. I'm a little bit creeped out. So before I tell you anything else, I'd like to go upstairs and make sure nobody's in my house. I mean, the doors were locked when I got home, but still. Just in case. Go upstairs. Tennyson, move. Okay, there's nothing. I feel better after I checked up here now. I still want to go and check the rest of downstairs, because I didn't necessarily check like all of downstairs. Never know, some little midget or something could hide in there. I don't know. Okay. Alright. This means the coast is clear. Now to tell you what the hell happened. Once I tell you the story, you're probably going to be like, what does that have anything to do with someone being in your house? Well, I don't have an explanation for what happened yet. So, my camera died as I was trying to get into my story that I was going to tell you guys. So then I had to charge it for, a couple of hours, and here I am. And it's getting dark outside. Today, I came home from work. I was already feeling kind of, I don't know, just off. And when I got here, the first thing I noticed, which was not a big deal because it was raining a lot today, probably a lot of wind, so this really wasn't that bad. But when I was coming up around to get on the porch, I noticed a panel from one of our columns that holds up the porch. I'll show you. That panel right down there. It goes to that column right there where there's a piece missing. Now that had already been off because the pieces keep falling out because this is just deteriorating over here and it needs to be replaced. Anyway, that had already fallen off. Bill had leaned it up against the column, and when it came home, it was laying out there in the yard. Still not a big deal because the wind could have knocked it over and it fell, whatever. But right there is our watering can. It was over there. You know, it's very light. The wind could have blown it all the way that way. And there's also this like yellow powder or something. I don't know what it was. It was underneath one of the chairs on the porch. So those were a few things that I just quickly observed before I came inside. I put it out of my mind because there was a lot of wind today. It still could mean nothing. Whatever. So, I come inside. First thing I realize is I need to feed the pets. And one of our pets, which is Clover over there, I forgot to get her food again. The good thing about the summertime is I can just feed Clover the weeds and stuff that are outside. That sounds bad. I don't mean like weeds, like I give her crap food. But, you know, wild lettuce and stuff like that that grows out in the yard. So I realized I still hadn't bought her food from the store, so I'm like, okay, I have to go outside and pick her some stuff to eat for tonight. I look out the window. I can't remember if I looked out the window or if I saw it when I went outside. But either way, let's just say I looked out the window and I saw something long and white in the yard. My first thought was someone put it there. But still, I wasn't real suspicious. I was like, oh, okay, there's something in the yard. And I didn't know what it was. It was just long and white. That's all I could see. I'll show you how far away it was. In between those two trees out there, the two little pine trees, all the way out there is where this white thing was. Okay? As you can see, that is really far away from the house. Extremely far away from the house. It was not very likely that this just accidentally got put in the yard. Still, I didn't know what it was though. So I'm like, okay, while I'm out there getting Clover's food, I'll go pick up whatever that is out there. I start heading out there, and the moment I get about halfway there, I realize that I'm pretty sure it's one of the downspouts from around our house. And the downspout is like that one right there. That's actually the one that was in the middle of the yard. And I put it, I don't want to say back there, just listen. So about halfway there, I realize it's one of the downspouts. So my first thought is, how did one of those things, because they cannot be just blown by the wind, especially all the way the hell out there. They don't look it, but they're pretty heavy. So I knew somebody had purposely put it out there. When I get to it, I notice some spots in the grass that are kind of torn up, where like the dirt's showing, like the grass had been completely like torn up. Almost like some, you know, tires had ground into the yard. But there weren't like tire tracks. There was just these random places periodically around this downspout where the grass was torn up. I don't know what these neighbors did, whoever did it, but they obviously did something in our yard and removed our downspout. I'm walking it back towards the house, expecting the one here to be missing, but the one here is not missing. So I go around to the other side of the house, and that one's not missing either. They're both there. So I have this downspout that doesn't go anywhere. The only other place besides those two sides of the house that we have a downspout is over here, like I just showed you, in front of the porch. But that downspout we have not had put in for, I don't know how long. It's been like a year or something, like at least a year. We have not put that thing out. It's been underneath the porch. And when I say underneath the porch, there's one little hole on the side over here to slide the downspout underneath there. And that's the one that was all the way out in the middle of the yard. The downspout from underneath the porch. I'm still really confused. The spout itself, I don't even know if that's what it's called. I think it's called it. Would you guys stop it? They're over there just fighting. I don't know what that thing's called. I always call it a downspout, but it might be called something else. But it's a tubey-like thing, okay? That's what bothers me the most about this, is that I cannot think of a scenario that someone would get underneath my porch, take the downspout out from underneath there, take it all the way to the other side of the property and leave it there, and then tear up our yard in certain places. I'm confused. Because I realized it was the one that was underneath the porch, it got me thinking about the other things that I saw wrong on the porch. So now I'm just waiting for Bill to get home. Why do we always end up finding weird stuff when we come home? Why can't our neighbors just leave us alone? That was a really long story. Probably didn't need to explain it in that much detail. Bottom line, I put the downspout in its rightful place beside the porch. And I really hope it's not moved again, or I'm gonna freak out.